What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Muse. Yes, indeed, Muse Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Origin of Symmetry 2506. And Origin of Symmetry 2506 want to see me react to this song by Muse called Undisclosed Desires. Now, have I heard this song before? Okay, full disclosure, yes I have. I know for a fact I've heard this song before. When Mrs. Heretic and I went to go see Muse perform live in 2023, this was on the set list, and I try to block songs out when I go to see bands and they perform songs that I have not done reactions to. I try my best to block them out and not pay attention to them. But I do remember I wasn't super impressed with this song. I felt like this is one of I remember saying that during the course of the song, or during the course of the show started here, right? And then over the course of the show, it kind of came down, and we went into this place where we went into these dips and valleys, and this was one of the valleys. I remember this song really didn't sit well with me. During the course of the entire show, this was one of the lower points. Having said that, though, I still, I didn't hate the song. I just didn't think it was one of the strong points of the show. It was one of the weaker points of the show. But even then, it still wasn't bad. I remember saying that during the course of our concert. So I have heard the song before. Now, having said that, we had some issues with this. I went to download the original link that Origin of Symmetry gave me. That link has been taken down. It has been blocked worldwide by WMG. And I checked. I used my VPN to check, I think it was 12 different countries. Japan, Korea, Germany, Brazil, India, Italy, France, Spain, Portugal, Canada, Mexico, and they were all blocked. So if this video, the original link is not blocked somewhere in the world, please let me know where. I'll post up the original link just so you can check and see if it's been blocked in your country or not. So I had to kind of go on my own here and find another link. Now, I selected a link that was a live performance because I knew going into this reaction, I've heard the song before. So I wanted to be able to react to something. And I can at least, if nothing else, I can react to the live performance here. So full disclosure, it's not the original link. It's a link that I selected. So if there's anything wrong with it, you can blame me. But I'm not taking the song itself into account here because, like I said, I remember it from the concert. I try to block it out, but I'm not always successful. So I do remember the song. As a result, I will only be reacting to and evaluating and scoring the live performance, the visuals, not the song itself, okay? So please keep that in mind. Let's see, this was posted, the original was posted by Dolan C1234, but like I said, that video got blocked worldwide by WMG. Thanks, WMG. Thanks, World Music Group. You're the best. You guys are awesome. Anyway, I found this video, and this video was posted by Gonzalo Whopper, the P-W-O-P-E-R. Yeah, Whopper. I guess is how you go. And that video has 23,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Muse, Undisclosed Desires, Espanol, HD version, live at Rome Olympic Stadium. Well, this video didn't get blocked, so hopefully we won't get blocked, but I have had issues with videos that were at Rome Olympic Stadium from Muse in the past, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this goes, I guess. Remember, during the course of this reaction, I'm not taking the song into account here, okay? I can't, because I remember the song from when we saw them play live. So my whole focus is going to be on the visuals, all right? Please keep that in mind. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Already got the crowd interaction. Good. Color. That's fun. If it gets blocked, it gets blocked.
Satisfy the undisclosed desires.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. Not the most interesting video to watch, if I'm being honest. Not taking the song into account here, just taking what we saw into account. Not the most interesting, not the most exciting, but I have a score in mind, and it actually might raise some eyebrows in a good way. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Muse with a live performance of Undisclosed Desires. This was a request from Origin of Symmetry 2506. Okay, before I give my score, just a couple things. I want to just remind everybody of where we're coming from on this. I'm not taking the song into account here. And the reason for that is because I've heard the song before. When Mrs. Heretic and I had the opportunity to go see Muse perform live in Anaheim back in 2023, they did perform this. So I've heard the song. I remember the song. And when they started playing, I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I remember. Wasn't the biggest fan of the song. I remember I wasn't super thrilled with the song on its own. And that opinion did not change. Luckily, I'm not taking the song into account here because I had heard the song prior to doing this reaction. I'm basing my reaction and my evaluation of my score completely on the visual, the live performance that we saw here. Also, taking into account, this was not the original video that Origin of Symmetry gave me. That video, I will make sure to include the video to the link that Origin of Symmetry originally gave me. That link has been blocked. From what I understand, it's been blocked worldwide by WMG. So I couldn't use that link. I tried, man. I used my VPN and I switched between seriously 12 different countries, I think, and it came back the exact same result every single time. Worldwide, it's been blocked. So if you can let me know if you're able to click on that link and you're able to play the video, let me know what country you're in so I can try and make sure my VPN's working properly. But I did find this video and it was a live performance, so I selected it. So if there's something wrong with this video, you can blame me for this. But in any case, I do have a score here for the live performance. Remember, the live performance, the song is a non-factor. And when I give this score, I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of Muse fans with eyebrows raised. And not in a bad way. On a scale of 1 to 10, believe it or not, I'm going to give that live performance an 8.0. Yep, 8.0. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.0. What does that mean? Yeah, well, let me tell you. An 8.0 would translate to a great scale rating because overall, believe it or not, I think this is a great live performance. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. Yeah, an A-. So there you go, an 8.0, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Remember, this is based completely on the live performance, okay? And I have my criteria. So let's go down the checklist and you'll see, I promise you, you'll see how I came up with this. Stage presence, check. Yeah, they look like performers. They act like performers, and they definitely got the stage presence down. That's not a problem. Stage energy, here we go. Check, big check. Matt was constantly moving around, constantly. From the beginning, the very downbeat of the song, from the very first note, he was moving, okay? He was moving his body, he was moving around, and then his feet picked up, and he was constantly moving all over the place. So, yeah, stage energy, check. It's getting a big check. Stage interaction, I'm going to give it a check. It's not the strongest check, but I'm going to give it a check. Chris and Dom, they were facing each other. They were interacting with each other. They were watching each other. That is, by definition, stage interaction. It wasn't Matt. Matt wasn't even on the stage. So, but between Chris and Dom, yeah, there was stage interaction. It wasn't the greatest stage interaction, but it was great. There was stage interaction nonetheless. So it's getting a check. A little bit of a weak check, but it's getting a check nonetheless. Here we go. Crowd interaction. That entire performance was just one giant crowd interaction. He left the stage almost immediately. I mean, but before he even left the stage, when the song started, what was he doing? He was doing the whole side-to-side thing with the crowd, and he was getting the crowd going right from the beginning. Then he left the stage, got in with the crowd, and was walking all across the barricade, high-fiving, handshaking, hand-holding, interacting with the crowd the entire song. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, that's silly, that's stupid. Maybe to you, because you weren't there, but to those individuals that he was interacting with in the crowd, those people whose hands he touched, those people whose high five he gave, to those people whose hands he shook, I guarantee you those people are going to remember that moment for the rest of their lives. That's something special. And the fact that he didn't just go down and interact with the crowd for, 30 seconds or 40 seconds and then make his way back to the stage. He stayed there interacting with the crowd the entire time. That's pretty cool. You gotta tip the cap to him. And for someone like me, who puts such importance on stage, on crowd interaction, because those people in the crowd paid how much? How much of their hard-earned money did they pay? And they got the opportunity to interact and shake hands with Matt Bellamy. I mean, come on. I know it was, to those individuals, it was money well spent. I have no idea how much those tickets were, but I can promise you, in their opinion, money well spent. So yeah, crowd interaction, humongous check. And like I've always said, out of the 6 checks, the 6 check boxes I have for live performances, it's the most important one. So to put that much importance and that much emphasis on that checkbox, I'm all in favor of it. Showmanship, it gets checked. I think the whole thing at the beginning with moving to the side, getting the crowd involved, and then all the things that he did with the crowd, I think that was really cool. Production. That's the one thing that doesn't get checked. Production. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay, because in this instance, production really wasn't the focus. It wasn't the most important thing. All of the energy and all the showmanship was being done by the members of the band. So if there wasn't a ton of pyro, there wasn't a ton of cryo, and that's okay. It wasn't really needed because the show was being put on by Matt and Chris and Dom. So, and like I've always said, production's always going to be bonus points anyway, unless you're a production-based band. If you're a production-based band, your production better be on point. Wasn't so much the case here, but that's okay because the show is being handled by the members of the band, so it's perfectly fine. This is how I'm coming up with an 8.0. And before anybody goes, well, that sounds like a cop-out score, or that's way too high, that's your opinion. My opinion, looking at this objectively and taking the importance that I put on crowd interaction in a live show, it doesn't get any better than that. Honestly, from a crowd interaction standpoint, that's pretty awesome. My only complaint, he did go into the crowd and he handled the right side of the crowd, all the way down and all the way back to center again. He did do a little bit on the left hand side. I wish he had done more. I wish he had gotten to the left side and be able to spend more time going all the way down the left side. But there's only so many minutes in the song. I think the song is only 4.5 minutes, if that. So I get it. I think he got a little too hung up on the right side. Maybe he went a little too far on the right side. Maybe if he had not gone quite so far on the right side, he could have gotten more to the left side at equal time. That's really my only gripe, but he was still interacting with the crowd the entire time. So And like I've always said, that's the most important thing to me when it comes to live shows. So yeah, overall, I'm going to give that an 8.0. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. Keep in mind, in closing, I'm not taking the song into account. I have already explained my reasons why. This score is based completely on the visual, the live show. And I got to say, it was a great live show to watch. So yeah, 8.0, we're staying right there. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.0, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade for the live performance only. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.